This is Ashley Anderson. This is task 49, applying a Robert Jones bandage. So I have Rufus here going to bandage his forearm right here. So my assistant's going to hold him down. So he's being really good, so you don't have to use. First thing I would do is if there was an open wound, I would take a Teflon pad, something that was non-adhesive, and apply it directly onto the wound, but he does not. So the first thing I'm going to do is tape stirrups. So it's going to be on either side of the limb here. Just like that. So now that the stirrups are applied, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start distally with the cast padding. So I'm going to start distally down. I'm going to do at least 2 layers. This cast padding is made to where if you pull it too tight, it's going to rip. So that's one safeguard to make sure that the bandage, this layer is not going to be too tight.
Hello? Yes. Oh, she is? All right, I'll be right out. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the first layer. Before I move on to the next layer, I'm going to make sure it's not too tight. I'm going to stick my finger underneath here to make sure I can get my finger underneath here, and I can. So the first layer is good. The second layer is going to be the conform, and it's just like with this. I'm going to start distally and wrap it forward. Do one more layer. And I'm going to get some scissors. Cut this part off. So before I move on to the vet wrap, I'm going to, again, make sure it's not too tight and still get my finger underneath there. So the last layer is the vet wrap, so I'm going to kind of loosen this up. So before I go with the vet wrap, I'm going to take the stirrups and reflect them back. So up like this, and then twist this one up like that, because you want the 2 bottom toes to be exposed. Like that. So we'll start distally and not too tightly do the vet wrap. Okay. So I would make sure this wasn't too tight. I could still be able to get my fingers underneath them, which I can. You want to make sure that the 2 toes down here are exposed, and so when you discharge them, you want to instruct the owners that this stays clean and dry. You don't want to get it wet. We'll monitor the toes for temperature, so you don't want them to get cold if it's cold, or if they get large as a sign that the bandage is too tight and you don't want it to slip. Okay.